All right, rundown, January 16th. It is brought to you by Dunkin'. Get double your Dunkin' favorite Dunkin' go-tos. They're a great deal for $2, $4, or $5 because good things come in twos at Dunkin'. Try 2 egg and cheese wraps for $2. An egg and cheese wrap is...
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Pretty bomb.
It's got all the protein you need, a little flavor in there. It's crisp, it's hot, it's fresh.
An egg and cheese wrap should be a thing in more places, but Dunkin's the only place I know that's
They cornered the market.
Try 2 egg and cheese wraps for $2, 2 bagels with cream cheese spread for $4, and 2 bacon, egg, and cheese croissants for $5. Like, you can feel almost healthy eating this. Make Dunkin' go-tos your go-to. Participation may vary. Limited time offer exclusions apply. Dunkin' is also a proud sponsor of the upcoming Barstool Pond hockey events next month. America runs on Dunkin'. Barstool runs on Dunkin'. Not a huge list, but some big stories. So, Obi, 2 stories that are lingering. We'll start with Odell Beckham Jr. I don't like him. I haven't liked him
You're
for a while.
allowed. You're allowed.
Yeah, and he's proving me right in the most spectacular way possible. So, the national championship game starts with he paid players. Asshole move because it obviously puts the players, one guy has to give it back. NCAA investigating, LSU puts them in a bad situation. Asshole one. He assaulted a cop. Just assaulted him, brutalized a cop. He is now under investigation. He also interrupted Coach O's speech, like the game-winning in the end zone after it's done in the locker room, a speech that, you know, it's like a Tebow speech they put on the brick outside Florida. This Coach O's speech for the record books. And Milmore made a great little video of OBJ at the Last Supper.
Hyping him up, hyping up Jesus.
Yeah. This guy is the most narcissistic, I'm struggling with words, narcissistic, egotistical, self-indulged human who ever lived, and more than LeBron. And I'm going to tell you why more than LeBron. LeBron has won. Like, if you win and you're a champion, you get a little leeway and always be like, look at me, look at me, look at me. This guy hasn't won dick.
But I could see you having a problem with the Coach O thing, and he was stupid to give that money out in front of cameras. But you're mad at him for slapping the cop on the ass?
All of it.
What? That cop was being a dickhead.
I agree.
That cop was being an asshole, and he was haranguing these children for enjoying apple juice and a cigar.
But you can't slap a cop on the ass.
You can if you're Odell Beckham.
But see, it's that can-do attitude, Rone, that I'm Odell, I can do whatever I want. Why? Because I catch a football with one hand. That's really the only answer
But don't
he
you
has.
think the kids at LSU, the players, think that it's cool that he's in there giving out money and helping them from stopping being harangued by these cops?
There's
it's
no doubt they think it's cool. That's what's the problem with, I'm going to put this in air quotes, the kids these days. It's win. Like, go find me winners. Be cool to be around win. Don't just, this guy's done nothing.
He helps them recruit to LSU. Him being in the
Well,
locker
not if
room.
they have the death penalty.
It makes kids want to go there, though. These kids are going to get dapped up with $1,000 in their hand. It's cool. It's a pedigree. It's that's nice for LSU students.
It's the death penalty. Every school has famous alumni. I'm sure kids want to go to Michigan because they see Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback to ever do it. Tom Brady's not beating up police officers and bribing players.
I give you credit. I thought you were honestly going to say people wanted to go to Michigan because of you. So I'm glad you pivoted there.
No, and I've seen some people be like, oh, who would ever make a game about themselves that they're not in, and they're putting that clip of me getting dragged out of the Super Bowl. I didn't go looking for trouble. Trouble found me.
That's true.
If you were in Michigan's locker room after a huge win, they won the national championship, and you had an opportunity to be dapping up all the players, wouldn't you be in there smoking cigars with the boys?
Yeah, that's fine, but I wouldn't be handing out money. I've been on the Michigan sideline. I didn't create any rule violations. I didn't attack police officers from behind.
He put those kids in a tough spot because they would have to just put their hand up
and
let the money fall to
They didn't know what they were doing. It's here's a violation, here's a violation. It's just there was, you know what? There are a lot of former LSU players on the sideline. Every single one was about LeBron. See? Did you see?
Yeah.
Did people see?
You're putting them together.
OBJ also got in trouble. There's another video now where he is fighting with police in the crowd because the band couldn't play neck. I think Hank or Big Cat told me he like pushed one of the coaches' like daughters or something. This guy's, listen, it's one thing if it's like one incident. It's like 5 different things he's in one night.
He made it about himself. He found a way to make it about himself.
That's what it is. Like you can do most of what he did, you could do off camera. Like we know for a fact he went out with the team after. No cameras around.
He could have given the money to the kids then.
Why did he do it then?
Yeah, it's the cameras. It was the cameras for sure. But I appreciate him getting the fuzz off of that cop who was haranguing those children.
Yeah, well, I've always been a guy who supports our police officers, the troops, and the men in blue. He was an asshole, that cop. But
That cop
I
was
just
asking
don't
for it.
believe
He was wearing size 6 police pants.
You never attack. You never attack police officers or humans from behind.
I thought it was an act of love. Maybe he sexualized him, and maybe that's what we should be mad at
And by
him
the
for.
way, it's like the cop is obviously a dickhead, taking his job way too seriously. So like that, now you're gonna slap him on the ass. Come on. Good contribution.
You brought me here for baseball.
Carrabs. Yeah, Astros fallout continues. So we have, what do we got? We got Carlos Beltran being fired before coaching a game.
Yep.
The Astros very clearly were wearing buzzers on themselves, so they're getting buzzes before pitches. I would say now weirdly, this is where I draw the line. Like I was fine with the buzzer thing.
You were fine with the trash can thing too?
Yeah, a little bit.
No. See, the different, like what the Red Sox are getting investigated for is completely different from what the Astros were getting investigated for in 2017, because the Astros had their own cameras, their own monitors. It was a live feed where the Red Sox, every ballpark has a video room. So the Red Sox went into their own video room and were decoding signs based on, like, if say, like, you know.
Did the Red Sox have the same information that the Astros had?
No. No.
Why?
So, because the Astros
Because they couldn't?
The Astros had a live feed. So like there was someone watching a monitor of a live feed, and then they were decoding the signs, and then they would relay it to the buzzers or the trash can and be like, fastball's coming. And then they could crack.
And why didn't the Red Sox do this?
Because they didn't have that same setup. Like the Astros built their own system where the Red Sox, every team has a video room. So you can go in to look at your at-bat and be like, oh, I struck out on like a 2-2 changeup. Was that a strike?
So let me ask you, there's a couple questions that I have. One,
Yeah.
Cora knows the Astros do this because it's part of it.
Yep.
What happens when the Red Sox play the Astros?
I mean, it's kind of like a thing where like Cora and Hinch were like, hey, I know that you know that you know that I know. So they were probably changing their signs with no runners on base.
Or couldn't the Astros have just agreed not to do it that game? And
But why would you ever trust an honor amongst thieves?
Yeah, there's no, yeah.
I will also say, I've come to believe, and again, we knew this. I knew there was cheating going on the second you told me to bet game 2, not game 1. My radar, like, wait a minute, this guy's in cahoots.
Wait, Carrabs said this?
Carrabs in the World Series told us to bet because Bregman told him to bet.
No.
That's Set the record straight.
Yes.
I already said, like, every time I fucking come on the rundown, this is exactly what comes up.
You said
No, I
game
didn't.
2 before game 1
Yes, I
happened.
did.
Said, that's insanity. Someone's cheating.
Right. So, and this was admitted, like Strasburg said this on television, that he was tipping his pitches. Like they were working to find out he was tipping his pitches, and I knew that he was tipping his pitches. So there was no cameras, like as far as I know, there was no, in 2019.
Did everyone know that, or it was like an insider information kind of?
Both. Like I think like everyone knew that Strasburg was tipping his pitches, and I was like, hey, Strasburg's tipping his pitches. The Astros are obviously going to know that, so bet on the Astros in game 2.
I also think why MLB is like, shh, don't complain. If you complain, you get punished. They know there's more information. I believe you have to investigate the buzzer thing, and you have to basically like suspend for years, ban these players.
They
who did
can't.
That. Why?
Because Rob Manfred already told them that, like, we're gonna, if any electronic sign stealing investigation, the players are just.
Well, yeah, Rob Manfred said that.
Right. You can't walk that back after the fact.
Well, what if
like
you
if
didn't
you're
know
saying
this?
that? Huh?
If you didn't know they're wearing it, like to me, this is vicious cheating.
Well, the buzzers were 2017. Now we're kind of hearing that it might have been 2019 too.
If you know that Alex Bregman is wearing a buzzer as a picture, electrical equipment on his body, he should be suspended, banned, something.
Right.
And I'm not just singling him. Anybody who you can prove did that,
Right.
to me, that's not like, oh, we're not doing play. That's like, no, you're suspended, dude.
Right. So
it's steroids.
if
It's
they
like
should,
the same thing as anything
I
with
would
steroids.
argue that's far worse than steroids.
How so?
I think it's a much bigger advantage to know what pitch is coming than be like
Just be
bulked
stronger.
up. Yeah.
Just to see the ball faster. I could see that too. I don't hate it.
Mm.
Even more so. I mean, even maybe more so than gambling on baseball.
And I also don't think you'd have to correct. Like, steroids in baseball, everybody knew. Everybody knew.
everybody knew.
This, I don't think everyone knew they were wearing buzzers. Like, Dan was telling a story he was
people
with.
knew that they were up to some shady shit.
But
they
not
just
that.
didn't know what. Yeah.
Right. So, like, Big Cat was talking. He saw Rizzo. Rizzo, like, if I knew a pitcher was coming, I'd bat 500.
So what? So why don't we just let everybody wear buzzers then, and just make baseball way better, and just let everybody kind of know and have an idea, and just like have football
What if
scores
we
in
had
baseball?
a reverse buzzer off? So a pitcher had their own buzzer. It's like he just got buzz fastball, you got buzz,
Make
and they're
buzzing
just
part
buzz,
of the
buzz,
game.
buzz until you release the ball.
I think
Yeah.
it's genius.
But no, I don't think this is something like. All right, I know you're like butt boys with some of these Astros.
No, I'm not. I haven't
Well-
talked to Bregman like all offseason.
So what are your thoughts on these people?
Yeah, I mean it's egregious. Like I think like that's why you have to separate the two. Like what the Red Sox were doing or alleged to be doing, because like word right now is that when the investigation report comes out on the Red Sox, they're not going to find anything like on the Red Sox. Like I think that they might get penalized for whatever, but the investigation is going to come back and be like, yeah,
for
like,
what?
we don't-
Whatever. What would they get penalized for?
using the video room to decode signs.
Which
So-
also leads me to believe that the owner, Crane, should be kicked out of baseball
well, he's
too.
full of shit.
Because why wouldn't Cora do the same thing with the Red Sox unless there was some level of like he couldn't get permission to like build something or do something?
Yeah.
Because why would you, if it worked, why don't you be like, hey, let's do this? Unless somewhere along the way you're like, I know this isn't going to get passed. So if you're saying they built something in Houston,
Yes.
I mean, so the owner has to be involved in that.
It was their own cameras. They had their own monitors.
So
and
he's
their own
a
people.
liar. Crane's a liar. He
Oh,
has
for
to be
sure.
kicked out of baseball.
He said
Sell the team.
He skated on the whole thing, and he comes out looking good because AJ Hinch and Jeff
How
Luhnow
can you build
get
something
suspended.
without the
No,
owner?
there's a way to cheat, and that's plausible deniability, the Patriot way. And a lot of
Rone.
a lot of these. No,
You're-
if you have some
you know
plausible
what,
deniability.
You know what you've done today, Rone? You've ensured you won't get a repeat invite to this rundown program for a long time. With the shots you're taking from left field, from
But you
right
need
field.
plausible deniability. If you build something that everybody
Plausible
knows is cheating,
deniability.
if you're like, oh, it was our camera crew for our documentary,
I'm
something
gonna talk
like
to my
that.
Philly people. You may not even be welcome back there soon.
Is.
Damn.
You're the president of Philly. You're the captain of Philly. This is what we all think. As a Philly guy, you have to think that too.
Cheap shot city over there. I didn't see this coming.
I'm just trying to keep it fair and balanced.
It's ugly of you. I feel like it's beneath you, Ron.
Yeah, I
The
just
fair
didn't see
and
it coming.
balance is
It's
beneath
like,
me?
We'll see next time you're on the show.
That's effed up.
So now we got Mike Fiers versus Jessica Mendoza, because Jessica Mendoza is basically saying it's bullshit that Fiers, who was the first one to basically raise the flag and be like, something's going on here, and that it's dishonest for him to squeal on his teammates. Kind of agree with Mendoza.
I mean, it depends on what perspective you're looking at it from.
I'm looking at it like this.
If you're a teammate of his, obviously, like, dude, what the fuck? But if you're a fan of baseball, then, like, obviously there's no glorifying of snitches, but
He did it when he
him-
left, right?
yeah.
Well, you're just a puss.
Yeah,
you
like
know,
him-
it's like
right.
if you're that upset about it.
Right. He still
Do it in
celebrated the
real
World
time.
Series
Correct.
when they won it. Like, he
Correct.
still, like, posts the
Right.
pictures.
It's like here, if we're doing something here, I tell somebody in confidence, like, you're in the circle of trust.
Yeah.
Shout out, who's in the circle of trust? Billy Barron, circle of trust.
Yeah.
Is he still in it, or
Yeah.
you don't leave?
You could put a cement cinder block in Billy Barron's ankle, throw him overboard if he doesn't tell you the circle of trust stuff. He ain't
He's
talking.
sinking?
He's going to the bottom.
What a legend.
Billy Barron, circle of trust.
What an absolute legend.
But Jess Mendoza is an employee of the Mets.
So,
Rob Manfred said if anyone from, like, a
how
major
long
league...
has that been in?
Like a year. So
Was she a special assistant?
yeah, she's like an assistant to the general manager or whatever. Rob Manfred had a conference call after he handed down the discipline to the Astros with all like the owners, and like Jeff Passan had a report that basically said anyone who like comments about like the discipline or whatever or like talks about this, like the punishment for speaking out on it will be worse than what the Astros got.
That
Why?
sounds like Stalin-like shit. Like
Yeah.
what? Like Putin.
Because he's
like
trying
if
to
you-
contain it. He's
Right.
trying to contain it. Like he doesn't want like other teams to be like, well, that team was doing it, and we know that they were doing it. Like he wants it to be like, all
Doesn't
right.
seem like he's really being contained at this
No,
point.
no. Today, like shit's just popping off left and right. I feel like people are getting ratted out even now for like stuff that doesn't even have to do with this. Like
People are
there's rumor
saying you should be banned for baseball.
for what?
Because you had the Bregman Game 2 information.
That's pitched- that's not even related.
Someone, I don't know if PFT said the league office was like involved with you and you refused to speak.
PFT called the league office. Yeah.
He called the league office on you?
Yep.
And did they contact you?
No.
So nothing. Did they take it as a joke or did they take
Not
it
a joke
seriously?
now.
Pitch tipping is not the same thing.
And you believe that's all it was.
No, game 2, yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that Strasburg was tipping in his previous
That's
start.
why Bregman like sat on that first pitch and then they hit him right. There's
They
buzzing.
literally interviewed
There's buzz-
Strasburg
Listen,
after the
you
game,
lay
and
with
Strasburg
dogs,
was
you
like,
get
I
fleas.
was tipping my
Carrabs,
pitches.
You lay with dogs, you get fleas.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want you banned from baseball. What? But by the way,
Yeah.
as a
National
baseball
baseball,
guy,
right?
yeah.
how do you feel? Like, are you hurt?
About the cheating?
Yeah, the national pastime's getting dragged.
I mean, this is no different than the steroid era. Like years removed from it, we'll just look back on it and be like, yeah, that was a thing.
Oh, I don't
Everyone was
think
doing
so.
it.
The buzzer
for
era?
sure.
You think everyone's wearing buzzers?
No. Just the Astros were, but I think that a lot of teams were using the video room to decode
Do
signs.
you think they should be stripped of their World Series?
No.
The Astros?
No.
Do you think
I
any
don't.
other teams have like cheated that hard, that bad? Is this like the most egregious case of cheating that's ever happened in baseball?
Probably, at least from like a team standpoint.
Positive
versus like
cheating, like obviously the Black Sox scandal, they like threw it.
They threw
but
it,
like,
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to win cheat.
But the Black Sox, that was kind of fucked up because like they banned guys that were throwing that World Series that hit like 560
Yeah,
for the series.
we've all seen the movie. Kyrie Irving in the news. I fucking hate this guy too. This is a hate fest. Quoted being like basically, hey, all my teammates suck. What do you want me to do? We got to wait for Durant. I knew all these players sucked. We'll make moves. So, we'll just have to bear with it, do the best we can with these shitty players.
Yeah.
He's the worst.
He's the worst like leader that's not a leader, that wants to be a leader, that portrays himself as a leader but has zero leadership qualities.
I think he's bipolar too.
Oh,
And
for sure.
They made the playoffs last year
I know.
without any of
And they were
that.
pretty good.
They were good, and like if anything, you could say Spencer Dinwiddie's evolution is stunted by having Kyrie Irving in front of him. Kevin Durant is obviously going to be the alpha of that team, and I guess it's nice that they're going to have he has like friends around, like other pro friends. But I mean, if you're any of like the 4 guys that Kyrie Irving didn't list, you have to fucking hate him.
Yeah.
Like you're a
They're gonna
starter.
be so hateable
I
next
don't
year
know
because
what
they're going to be awesome too.
I don't know what the splits were, but when Kyrie was out, they were showing like the splits for what their record was with him and without him, and they were significantly better when he was.
And the Celtics are better
Same
this year.
thing, yeah.
Celtics are way better.
Last one I thought we had in an office of treachery and betrayal, the greatest lie ever told today. Frankie Borelli.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
Frankie.
Frankie Borelli, maybe not only this office, he told the greatest lie I've ever heard. My door was open, and we're all aware of Frankie's fandom, right? He's like a crazy Islander fan.
Loves the
Yeah.
Islanders.
I was
Islanders
minding my
sweatshirt.
own business, and I heard the dog, Nate Dogg, he's like, all right, hey, Frankie, you want to go to Caps Isles this Saturday at the Coliseum? And I hear Frank go, this was his response, something to this effect. I'm kind of sick of going to the Coliseum. It's so far away. Like, I don't want to leave the city. It's like I've been going home too much. So, no, I don't think I'm going to go. I'm kind of like over that.
Damn, just to get out of hanging with the dog? That's effed up.
Yeah.
That's fucked
like,
up.
the
That is
fact
pretty
that at
fucked
any
up.
level, this is a kid who literally has the games left at the Coliseum.
I mean, he's
Like,
wearing an Islanders shirt right now.
He already has the tickets. He's already going.
He's already
knows where
going.
he's sitting. And Nate did call him. He's like, you just don't want to go with me. And he's like, no, that's not it. It's just like I'm kind of over the Coliseum.
You're over the Coliseum? Wow, I thought you were a fan.
No, I lied to him. I just,
What's the real story? Are you
didn't wanna
going?
go with him.
Are you going to the game?
I already got my ticket.
Why wouldn't you just say? Why wouldn't you just say like I'm already going to the game?
I don't know. Number one, I don't like bringing the opposing fan to the game with me. So that was the first thing. Number two, I've been to a game with Nate Dogg, and he was smacking the glass and all these things. And I was like, I just don't want to deal with that again.
So then why wouldn't you just say like I'm already going?
I just lied to him. I was like, no, I'm not going.
You want to let him down
going.
easy?
No, you went beyond. You're like, it's
I was
a
like,
pain
it's
in
too
the ass.
far.
Yeah, it's too far. This is the Coliseum.
It's a
It's
pain in the
all
ass.
he talks about for like 4 years. He literally is like, yeah, there's 22 games left before they never play there again. And to think he's not going versus the Caps on a Saturday afternoon, I was like, that's the most instant, preposterous lie ever been told at this office.
Yeah, I just don't want to go to the game with you, Nate. I don't know. I should have fucking told him the truth.
Yeah. That was stunning.
I knew I was fucked because I kind of got away with it at first. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, all right. And then I looked in Dave's office and he was smirking like, he's like, you don't want to go to the Islanders Capitals game at the Coliseum? I'm like, fuck.
You love the Islanders.
I mean,
Damn,
he
no,
lives-
I already have my tickets and my plans
He
set up.
lives
that day.
for the Islanders.
Yeah.
He double lives for them at the Coliseum versus a good team on a weekend.
Just give us
Yeah.
Fernandez's impression again.
That's instead of the lie, you could have just said like
Yeah,
I'm already
I'm
going.
already going.
Yeah, hindsight.
But Nate
like-
put him on the spot. He's like, you just don't want to
You
go
know what
with
Nate
me.
was doing too? He goes, where are we sitting on Saturday? I had my headphones on, and I heard him in the back, where are we sitting on Saturday? I'm
Dog.
like, I don't know, Nate. I'm not going.
Jesus.
All right, BetMGM gambling segment. Playoffs keep rolling around. You need to check out the BetMGM Sports app in Jersey. You can download the app, check out lines, deposit from anywhere, but you need to be in Jersey to place your bets. We only have 2 weeks left in the season, so we have a special offer for Stoolies for conference championship round of the playoffs. If you sign up for BetMGM with code Barstool, bet $1 on the Titans money line. You'll get one for every rushing yard by Derrick Henry for the rest of the postseason. Rushing yard bonus paid in free bets. Must be 21 plus. In New Jersey to place bets. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I guess this is the last rundown. I don't even know if you know the players are still going. Carrabs, who do you have in the Super Bowl?
I would love the Titans to be in the Super Bowl. I would love the 49ers to be in the Super
Is
Bowl.
that who you think's going to win?
No, I think the opposite's going to happen.
Packers.
Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I would love if the
I think
Titans
it's Titans, Packers.
Titans, Packers?
Yeah, but that's what I think. And the man in the suit, well, you'll have to watch advisors on those picks. But I think it's going to be, Packers, Titans. I think Titans just mash it down their throat. Seems so simple, but it's a perfect matchup for them. So
Yeah,
do you
that'd be
have
sweet.
picks?
Niners.
Niners.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you playing Smitty and Madden?
Oh, we're having, I guess it's been proposed that we have a respect bowl, that Smitty and I play each other Madden. If he beats me, I have to respect his life.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's huge.
but I'm going to practice because,
You don't want to respect his life?
no, I do not.
That's effed up. That's
So-
what do you get? What happens if you win?
I can continue to degrade his life.
And so this is
Big stakes, maybe the biggest stakes we've ever played for.
And what is it, Madden 94 or something like that?
I think somebody brought it in. Yeah, it's Sega.
Holy shit. Is
Old
that your
school.
game? Are you nice at that?
I was good at it. I won't say it was my best game, but I was very good. I played college more than Madden's, actually. A lot of people on me because I call it Madden's. That's what I call it. So,
Madden's.
yeah, Madden's.
Yeah. Did you play Tyson?
Yeah, I played Tyson, Madden's, NHL. I was very
Tyson's.
good at. I was good at FIFA.
NHL's.
By the way, where's Kevin? Can I call him? Is he busy doing something?
I don't think he's been here today.
Why? What are you going to call
I mean,
him
the
about?
fucking Mets manager got fired before managing a single game. I mean, that's a story.
All right.
How do you feel about that? Would you have
My
fired him?
friend, the Wilpons,
Oh, I forgot about that.
always
Yeah.
do what's right for the eyes of the nation, the eyes of the public, so it's the right move.
Okay.
By the way, whoever's leaking all this information, pretending to be the
The niece.
is awesome.
I think
love
it's
this person.
I think it's Beltran's burner. Because they only have Beltran news. They leaked his hiring, his firing, and now this shit.
That's awesome. If that's almost, it's not really burner when you were that. When it's like, hey, I'm the niece. That's
Right.
like you're just. might
But
as well do it for yourself.
but then there was the report denying that it was the niece.
Is that why people are saying alleged niece?
What? Scott Roach. Oh, yes.
Said that Mike Trout's on HGH.
Yes.
Talk about a fucking brain.
Yeah, that's kind of like been like the worst kept secret in baseball.
That Mike Trout is on HGH?
Yeah, like I feel like that's been like a rumor for years.
That doesn't surprise me at all if he was. I don't
There's
have that.
there's like a
fact.
loophole for his like thyroid or something.
Tiger, definitely. Tiger, LeBron, all of them.
Yeah.
HGH?
Allegedly.
I mean, LeBron definitely has been on it. LeBron was smart. He got on HGH so early, like he never changed.
Before
because he was
people
like
knew.
he was humongous as like a freshman, and Tiger. I mean, Tiger's the most HGH guy who ever lived.
Would you take HGH if you fucking had $1 billion?
Just to look huge.
You know how Jeff Bezos now is just fucking shredded because he's like the richest man in the world? Would
I
you
didn't
do
know
that?
Bezos was shredded.
Bezos has like veins popping out of veins.
I didn't
Really?
know that either.
Dude, look up a picture of Bezos right now. That
No,
dude's
I
fucking
don't want to
hot.
be that shredded. I don't think.
No,
No,
not to the point of HGH.
no.
You look fine.
Yeah, fine.
I saw that tape.
What tape? Oh shit. This.
That's the rundown.
That's a federal offense.
That's fucked up, Carlos. I didn't see
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Carrabs.